Not everything has gone as planned for Chuck Morse in the race for U.S. Senate. From launching his campaign into the face of a nor'easter to a chainsaw that wouldn't start up when he wanted to cut through the federal tax code. But now, with the September 13th primary in range, the state Senate president is emerging as the alternative to the frontrunner, retired Army General Don Bolduc.
And I've accomplished a lot in the state of New Hampshire. We're out proving that to voters, and that's what we're proving every day, and I think that's going to show up on September 13th.
What's the conservative case against the general, though? You've got to get past it.
Yeah, well, I think the conservative case is, I have passed constitutional carry. I have lowered taxes in New Hampshire. I think that's what the public wants to hear, somebody that got it done.
Morse has mixed it up with his opponents on occasion, but he's tried to stay focused on what traditionally wins in midterm elections, running as an alternative to the party that controls the White House. And he's not happy about President Joe Biden's speech calling out former President Donald Trump and the Make America Great Again movement as a threat to democracy.
What's your reaction to that?
Yeah, that's disgraceful. I really do think that the citizens in this country deserve better, and that's what's showing up, in this election right now. I think people want change.
On the issue of abortion, Morse has made a change since the Dobbs decision. In January, he told News 9 he would support a version of New Hampshire's 24-week abortion ban in the U.S. Senate. Now, he considers abortion to be a state issue.
I think what we've done in New Hampshire, banning abortion in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th month, is what most of our constituents want, and we passed it, and that's what's in place.
So are you saying you wouldn't vote for that in Washington, or you would?
I think the states need to make these decisions now, and that's what's happened.
Adam Sexton, WMUR, News 9.